This Friday on Youpluggers.
If you need any dating advice, if you need any premarital counseling,
it's a free session. Normally I will charge people to do these things, but I just thought I should let you know, guys, that I'm 5 years married.
but do this fast.
Yes. What pants? So now go to counseling. I go counseling. What is that counseling for? We are getting married there. Prepare us. But
this thing puts a bit of pressure. If we have our own ideas of marriage and what we're going to do when we get in.
If a heart is resolved,
sure.
There's nothing you can do.
Hey, and what are the benefits of it? If there are any, do we even have to go to marriage? We're living together anyway.
Yeah, sure. And
the next natural step is to take is the lobola part.
Yeah. It should help you to decide whether you want to nsamahadi or not.
Okay.
But we really do in-law management because there is a because you know I always say if it does not work, leave.
Yeah.
So
Relationship counseling with Mac and Opes.
Let's get things rolling.
and get it going, man.
Count us down at least 4 hands.
3, 2.
Good day, friends and family. Thank you for joining us once again.
Yeah.
This is Mac. Welcome to Youpluggers, where you are kept plugged in. And I am the head and not the tail. I'm above and not beneath. I am the child of the Most High God.
Come on.
I am a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a nation belonging to God. And this is who I am. Let me cut it short and not go to 10 minutes. And meet my friend here next to me.
Oh yes, welcome to Youpluggers. Welcome to the plug that keeps you plugging. And if you are new in the space, you have already met Mac and ki opa wa gara malegana ke monnare no mse do ga trafasa ga shadro ga thagase gingigiden ga masule ga mlomla tuturusa gi goblo bertaba tur moru mutul ko mari tswane buda ko mutara mutu, and I'm just right here with you. So welcome to our space.
Oh yes, welcome, and we are glad to have you. Like if Ope said, if it's your first time here, welcome, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
If you have not subscribed yet, please do that right somewhere there.
Yes.
You will see that bell there.
Yeah, sure.
That subscribe thing first, and then that bell, and then yes. Do the things.
Do the things that make the things to be done. So guys, let's go into it. I mean, thank you guys for engaging us on the topic that we have been discussing on. We were talking about, the previous one was about bestie, and then we moved into love languages. So please do, if you have not checked them, please do go to our previous videos, check them, and thank you guys for engaging us. We are still in relationships. We love relationships. We love love. and today maybe we want to elevate ourselves, nyana. Maybe we move from dating, nyana, to barging to this thing. Christians call it courtship or whatever that it is, but we want to explore that space, especially within the context premarital counseling.
Sure.
In fact, the word on its own, it's to some it's problematic, because when someone proposes, maybe we need to do premarital counseling, an African man like myself will say, no, go to counseling. I go counseling, and what is that counseling for? I don't think I need that counseling. But we thought maybe that would be an interesting topic, especially while we're still within the space of relationships, to talk about this subject, premarital counseling, premarital advice. Maybe before we even go into it, is to ask you, what do you think about it? Those who have been through the process, what do you think about it?
And when is the right time?
Sure.
For
when should the person start?
For it? Is it when you're in a committed relationship and you have engaged in steady lobola and there's a wedding date? Is that when you can start with the premarital counseling, or can it be done even way before that? And what are the benefits of it, if there are any, and what are the dangers to it?
And what is this thing actually? What is this thing? What is this premarital counseling advice? Are you claiming to know too much to share advice? In fact, while we are still on that, someone said, in fact, a lot of people said, when you are just married for 2, 3, 4 years, you can't give any marital advice. But I just thought I should let you know, guys, that I'm 5 years married. So they said 5 years, people who are 5 years married can give advice. I think I can
What about those who give dating advice?
Dating advice. I think it works too because right now you are 5 years. Yeah, so
please, if you need any dating advice,
yeah, you can go to Meg. But
if you need any premarital counseling,
let's leave counseling. Let's use advice.
Premarital advice.
Yeah.
And if you are already within the marriage space, this is the man to speak to.
Come on, guys, let's talk. Okay, let's move into it. What is this thing, Meg? What is your understanding also of this thing?
I mean, the long and short of it for me, I think it's just a space of preparation for the actual marriage, because we have our own preconceived ideas as young people. In fact, one of the guys, and I think we can explore this further, was saying that marriage is overrated. Or rather not overrated, but we have kind of idolized marriage. We have our own ideas of marriage and what we're going to do when we get into marriage. But the moment you get there, you find yourself disappointed that what you see on media or what you see on Instagram is not
exactly what it is.
Exactly what it is. So I think premarital is saying, okay, kind of painting a picture of what to expect and how to tackle it, because it's different individuals coming into the space with different expectations. Hey, I sound so deep.
Hey, you sound deep. You sound wise, man. Yes.
So, friends and family, that is just my take on.
Sure. No, you have killed it.
What do you think?
No, you have killed it. I think you have just said it. You have nailed it. It's actually. That's why I prefer to use premarital advice, because then it's still within your own space to decide whether you will take it or you will not take whatever advice that will be shared on the space. But it's exactly what you have said. It's preparation for marriage into this space, because I've seen people taking it for granted, but we have been staying together for a long time, so we don't need this thing. Let's just go ahead and get married. While others would come and say, I mean, you ask a question, how long? How long should even a person do this thing? I mean, you have been in a space, most of us, especially pastors, you are caught in a space where a person is giving you 3 months. In fact, they come to you when they already have a date to say, we are getting married there, prepare us. But the reality of the matter, you will not hear anything. All of the preparing for weddings and stuff, it's just a lot of time. 3 months from, you won't hear anything. Most of the time, you won't hear anything. And for me, as a young pastor, that's a space where I wish we could try to be innovative on, or we can try to reconstruct that space. So if it's according to me, I would say, as soon as people are serious about their relationship, they should start this journey together of getting to know with some, you hear things differently when there is a mediator. Most of the times, not always. I mean, couples can sit down. Yes. Sit down. You came like this. We set you down, and now you are driving a Range Rover. So I think that is that's a long and short of it for me. I think it's a necessary process where people get to. And I mean, I don't have a lot of years of experience, but from the time that I've seen, and with other situations that I've observed, I mean, you are put in a predicament where you say you need to make sure that this situation is fully sorted. And there's nothing painful for a pastor to know, well, or maybe even for any counselor or whoever that gives advice, to know this is a really short space of time, and you can see there's chaos ahead coming, which needs maybe even longer time to deal with. But because people are in a hurry to get married, they already there's nothing you can do to if a heart is. If a heart is resolved, there's nothing you can do.
Hey, my friend, you're going ahead. Let's come back. Briganya.
Sure.
You talked about if it. Let's bring it to our context. You said as soon as you are ready, you feel like that's the space to take. in our context,
and I'm not talking about people who play in relationships.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Granted.
Yeah.
Yeah. This thing, let me talk about Africans.
Yeah, sure.
Not being aware, and I
Yeah.
understand that we've got a wide variety of an
Yeah,
audience,
of
but
audience,
at least
yeah,
where
sure.
we find ourselves, this step, as soon as things are ready, the next natural step is to take is the lobola part.
Yeah.
So, magadi.
Yes.
Are you talking about the seriousness after magadi, or it can even be
No,
before?
I'm not. That is too far. Because this process, for me, if it's well done, it should help you to decide whether you want to nsamagadi or not.
Okay.
Yeah, it should help you to if it's done carefully, it should be able to help you to decide whether you continue with this whole thing or not. Because it's difficult to I mean, I know that's not the aim of the process, but
Sure.
it's difficult to convince someone to extend once their heart is made up and put the date. So that's why I would advise people, Uri, because I always say, if it does not work, leave.
Yeah.
So let's go through this thing together. Let's help someone who has been on the path.
Yeah.
Because we know to ask people who have been on the path. Let's walk with them to help us decide. This thing is not marriage on its own.
Sure.
It's to see if this thing will work.
Margaret, this thing puts a bit of pressure. If you're going
does,
if you're going to go into premarital counseling, it kind of like solidifies things.
Yeah, I think that's where we are at fault, because
Yeah.
those are the social constructs.
Sure.
It's not necessarily how it should be. Those are the social constructs to say, once you say premarital counseling, then you are in it.
You're
Now,
in.
that's why now I decide to use a lighter word to say premarital advice, or maybe even let's leave premarital and just say relationship advice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that will help the process, because that's really to walk alongside people. I mean, you can't fully master two people's relationships, because every relationship is tailor-made.
Sure.
But at least to help them to see those obvious things, to say, guard against this, look at the two of you as individuals. How does this thing work? Do you see yourself working in the future? And really bring some situations and scenarios that people need to think about and consider to say, hey, because that's when you will really see whether you are part of this person's journey or you are walking alone.
Sure.
And then you will decide if you want to continue to walk alone but together, or you want to say, let's leave it.
I'm sure you guys can already tell Ope's passion about about this, not just this, but relationships in general, and that is why we are intentionally taking this path. And I think over the weeks, it will kind of be like premarital or even
free
relationship advice for free, because I think it's but I believe it's God's plan to see relationships flourish, especially in
to
marriage,
win in relationships,
and marriage being His institution and one of the highest.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of investment should go into it, and I think this is what you're talking about, investing. In that. So, Obs, you have gone. This sounds like an interview. But you have gone the journey.
Yeah, sure.
What are some of the things that this thing covers?
And I think those are the things that we will also discuss as the week goes, and as the weeks goes, or as the topic unfolds, because this is obviously an introductory session. I think some of the topics that it will cover, obviously it will do, and I'm not going to mention them chronologically, because they don't have to be like that. I mean, you have to deal with the finances or financial management between couples. You will deal with parenting. You will deal with intimacy or sex in the bedroom management. You will deal with expectation. What are you expecting from the next person? And sometimes it's difficult to hear what another person is expecting, and it will sound selfish. Sometimes a mediator is needed to help you see certain things, so you will be dealing with that. And then the other topic as it relates to that is it's in-laws. How do we deal with hey, I'm sure that the mother-in-laws are not impressed by this, but we really do in-law management, because there is there are things that are happening. There are expectations from families, from your side and from your significant other side, that needs to be resolved, or you need to be helped to see those things. Otherwise, potential conflict is there, and divorce is inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that.
So I mean, again, another person may be asking, does it really even have to go to marriage? We can stay the way that we are, listening to all of these things that you're talking about, finances, the bedroom issues, and all that, and they're like, do we even have to go to marriage? We're living together anyway.
Yeah, sure. And I mean, we will really discuss that, and it will always, obviously, most of the things will depend on from which context. What is our backdrop? What is our frame of reference? So it will always depend on that. Yeah. So guys, So we are introducing this topic of premarital counseling or premarital advice or relationship advice, whatever you want to call it. But we want to speak about those things. It's a free session. Normally, I will charge people to do these things, but it's free. It's free. I mean, you are Youpluggers.
Look.
I mean,
the best that you can do, if you're not yet subscribed, please do subscribe.
Oh yeah, sure.
And catch up on our previous videos, and just leave a comment. Are we living even up to your expectations?
Oh yeah, sure.
We have started this channel. It's a family. We are enjoying it, and we hope that you are as well. So please feel free to call friends, feel free to call family to come and plug in as we'll be giving.
And discuss us. We are fine with that. Sit around and discuss us and say, I don't think Oops is convincing, or Meg, or whatever. Discuss us and let us know what were your conclusions.
And you can already drop your comments and your ideas or suggestions about premarital. Is it necessary?
Yeah, sure.
Is it necessary even to go further into marriage? Why can't we just?
Yeah, sure. And what other topics should we explore within that space? I mean, it would be nice even to hear some people who are older, but also from other people. I mean, a wide range of audience, older and younger. Let's reconcile these views. Yes. What are the things that worked then? What are the things that are not working now? And what is the way forward?
Awesome.
Yeah, sure. So guys, thank you for joining in. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know what you think. We love to hear from you. So from the two of us, remain plugged. Ciao. It's real.
This production was brought to you by Imago Dei Media.